Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment, let me know your thoughts on the case. Ex-footballer Gavin Grant threw away a promising football career for bricks and mortar, grey, ashen concrete high-rises, alleyways and fiends, and a northwest London estate in Stonebridge, a gang who did little to nothing for him, all because he fatally shot a man he once called a friend, under the instruction of gang leader Damien Williams. Now Gavin Grant was an anomaly in the sense that even when he committed such a heinous crime, Gavin continued his promising football career, playing for clubs such as Millwall, Gillingham and also Bradford City. Now according to his manager Peter Taylor, who was manager of Bradford City Football Club at the time, the first time the squad and backroom staff knew something was wrong was when Gavin Grant did not turn up for training. His phone was going straight to voicemail, no explanation. Now, in order to understand how a young man who had all the tools of success, pace, intellect, able to read the game, and people that believed in him, could throw away such a career and shoot a childhood friend, a person whom they had ate at the same dinner table as, you have to understand that Gavin Grant was trapped by his environment, and he was impressionable by older people. Now, Gavin Grant was born on the 27th of March 1984. He was born and raised on the Stonebridge Park estate. As a kid, he had a knack for football, a talent. He was often seen either running around with friends or kicking a football about, but he also witnessed the influx of the Yardie gang, turned Stonebridge into a crime-ridden area, hostage situations, dealings, shootings, etc. This became the norm for Gavin and people just like him in Stonebridge. Fast forward to 2005 and his talent was recognised as a regular player in his local non-league club, Tooting and Mitcham in South London, where he scored 10 goals in 16 matches. At 14 years old, Gavin Grant signed a schoolboy term contract with Watford. However, he was let go by the club at 16 years old. Leaving the school with no GCSEs, Gavin then took up a job in Tesco. Now, while working in Tesco stocking shelves, Gavin saw friends Damien Williams and Gareth Downie start to get involved with the gang culture and street crime, such as dealing, taking cars and robbery. They had money, clothes and a reputation, both revered and respected. Gavin also saw the young men with girls and they were popular. Now Gavin wanted to be part of that same unit, that same infrastructure, that same gang. So Damien then formed the Thugs of Stonebridge / Suspect Gang. Unchallenged gang leader was 32-year-old Damien Williams. Now once the gang was formed, Gavin felt a sense of belonging. His personality had a switch. When he was in Stonebridge and part of the Suspect Gang, he knew whatever occurred on the streets was the law of the jungle. But when he was playing football for Bradford City or Gillingham or Millwall, he was a student of the game with lightning quick pace and the ability to score goals. The thing to remember was that gang culture there's no honour. In 2004, according to reports, 21-year-old Leon Lipede, who was part of the Thugs of Stonebridge and went by the name of Playboy, is said to have seen Damien Williams' cousin, Romain White, crash his motorbike outside his house. Now Romain was quickly rushed to hospital. Now Leon and Romain lived close by each other. Now Playboy was regarded as a young man who was good at selling drugs all across Brent. However, he was very money orientated, a lot like these young men. Now rumours began to circulate that Romain White's flat was burgled and £20,000 in drug money was taken by an armed gang, and they were local to the area. Playboy's name was immediately brought up time and time again. People whispered Playboy had led the gang to rob Romain's assets. At the time of the robbery, 3 ladies were inside, including Romain White's girlfriend, Sabrina Edwards, and his sister, Malika. All 3 women jumped out of the first floor window. Now 2 of the ladies actually broke their legs in a fall. Now the gang had broke through the door armed with guns. Now Damien Williams was mad that someone could disrespect his cousin like that. Gavin was similarly as mad, as he and Romain were considered best friends. Now the fact that Playboy could enter the same flat that he had ate with both men, that being Gavin and Romain, time and time again, arm himself with a gun and take £20,000 in drug money was the ultimate betrayal. That was treason. Now Gavin and Damien were heard to have said, how could he do that and he would not get away with it? So Damien Williams gave the order, Leon Lipede would have to be KILL, and the people to do it would be Gavin Grant and Gareth Downie. Now Gavin and Gareth were armed with a gun. They also rode a motorbike round Stonebridge, looking for Playboy. Now in June of 2004, Playboy was located outside his mum's home, talking on his phone to a friend on Mordaunt's Road. 21-year-old Leon Lipede was fatally shot multiple times, and then Gavin and Gareth just rolled away. Again, Gavin Grant was convicted of the M in 2010, that's 6 years after the tragic incident took place. In that time span, Gavin Grant continued to play football, he continued to score goals, he continued to make money, and he also continued to have a reputation that made him into a celebrity in the Stonebridge area, and again he was able to continue with his gang life. However, the case was revisited in 2007 when a 16-year-old witness came forward. Trident also unearthed new evidence to show that Gavin, Gareth and Damien had turned on Playboy, a person they called a friend, due to rumours. At 26 years old, Gavin Grant was jailed for life. Gareth Downie was also jailed for life for the M of Playboy. They were told by a judge that they would have to serve a minimum term of 25 years. Suspect gang leader Damien Williams was also jailed for the incident. Now, according to some reports, Gavin was not the person who actually shot Playboy, but he was jailed because he refused to say who was the person responsible. Now, when the conviction was read out, Playboy's mum spoke about the incident, and she says that she knew her son was not an angel and that he did wrong, but it wasn't fair that people like Damien, Gavin and Gareth were able to create this fictitious story of how bad and how much of a horrible person Playboy was when he wasn't there to defend himself. Condolences. Stay safe. Safe.